everything in between with Tony. Where ideas meet, where experiences matter, where real conversations begin.
What is entrepreneurship? And I want to take you through it from the perspective as a musician, as a creator, as someone who always been figuring out how to get ideas into the world. Now, when most people hear the word entrepreneur, they imagine some fancy business suit, a person who always seems like they got it all figured out. Most people cannot even spell it. Honestly, here I am. Sometimes I feel the same way. Entrepreneurship is about making your ideas real. It's about turning what's in your head into something that other people can feel, touch, hear, or experience. When I was a small Sunny, singing in the church choir, standing in front of the people, and everyone was looking at me, I always wanted my music to reach people, actually all the way back of the hall, but also emotionally. The most beautiful part, to look into the people's faces and see them smiling. It was that beautiful connection we had, and that is what we were actually building together. So who feels it when I say I need to have it all planned and figured out? I should actually know the end goal from the start and just walk straight towards it, right? Really? Almost no one does. Every entrepreneur I have met has changed direction dozens of times. We adapt, we adjust, and that's what really counts. And having the courage to look at what's in front of you and say, okay, let's see what's next. And courage is really the heart of entrepreneurship. It's about seeing chances where other people see actually problems. It's about that little voice inside you which says, this could be done better, and I'm going to do it. That's how ideas get turned into reality. That's how businesses or platforms, products, yes, and even music get made. Now, let's talk about music, because here's the thing. Musicians are natural entrepreneurs. Think about it. When you pick up an instrument, you're learning to notice things. You listen, you pay attention, you connect with the rhythm, with the audience, and with the energy. That's exactly the same skill an entrepreneur uses to spot opportunities in the world. I always say that, like, collaborations is so huge because music is a team effort. You bring a drummer, a vocalist, producers, engineers, everyone, like, they play their part, and together you create something bigger than any one of you could do it alone. Entrepreneurship works the same way. You put a team together, creative minds, tech minds, business minds, and everyone is working towards the same goal. That's where the real magic happens. It all sounds so fantastic, right? But what if your project fails? Or as an artist, for example, you pick up a guitar and it doesn't sound like your favorite guitarist. Will you stop? Just because you don't know it yet? Or something maybe didn't work out? The most important is get up again and learn out of it. Make notes, understand what went wrong, or where do I have to practice more to get better. You fail, you adjust, you figure it out. How many times did you turn down by investors? Some of you know that feeling, right? You prepared so well and you believe so much in your idea. How can they not see it, But without the rejection, would you actually work harder and pushing you more to make smarter choices, to start different, to come up with ideas you wouldn't have thought of maybe otherwise? That's how growth happens, right? That's how opportunities show up. And that's why, personally, I love failures and constructive feedback. I love, those moments where we sit together in a team and actually look back and we're trying to figure out, hey, hold on, what went wrong? Or was it something we were in control of? Or, and after all this, coming up with a better plan for the next time. Oh, that's it. This leads me to my next point, observations. In my coachings, I always repeat, pay attention to what's going on around you. I double check on artist side. I do. Just to see who is around them, but also how the artists react or deal with the situation. If you don't know what is going on around you and you just believe like every job title rather than really checking if the person is really for you, it comes with observation. Watch the world around you. It's so important. Notice what's not working and very important, ask yourself, how can I fix this? Will the person around me slow me down? Keep people around who understand your vision and trying to figure out ways to get there. But at the same time, you need to know what people needs and requests are. That's why it's not just about spotting a problem. It's about connecting with your intentions. Every song you make, every product or service you put out there, right? It's a reflection of your values. If your work doesn't match what you really believe in, it just won't connect. People can really feel when something is real, and that's what gives it actually the power. When you're working on a song, make sure you stay true to your vision. Realness, that's what people respond to. And honestly, it's the same in any kind of business. Just one example of the AI created music. Me scrolling through TikTok, yeah? And I came across that one AI created sound. I could hear from the start that this isn't a real production with, hard work and studio sessions, weeks of weeks work. However, I dived into the comment sections. I love doing this. This is actually where people let us know how they feel. When I saw the people requesting for like concerts or when is the album coming out or direct questions about the song or actually the artist, questions, those the artist couldn't respond. Which artist? No reaction. Few days later, I saw someone creating a video talking about that AI creation, and it's not a real artist. I checked again the comments. Do you know most of the people were actually sad and disappointed and shocked? I felt so sorry. Isn't music for us to connect and relate to? How can someone play with the emotions of people? I have actually nothing against using AI as assistant. Let's say you're not sure about maybe, let's say, the spelling and it's, just a double check or anything which is not taking away the creative mind. But a whole sound, like from voice to instrumental, come on, sorry. I want to see that artist live stage performances one day. The freestyles on some social media live shows, see the face or the reaction, the connection, the energy, the interactions, come on now. I would love to have like that concert, which is so amazing especially when it's good quality though. Don't forget the sound check. So now to you out there, what are your intentions? I don't know about you, but for me, actually naturally, I'm very honest. Since I can think of, I was always the curious type. I love to observe, and also I'm kind of this brave type. I went for things straight, and one thing I know, I actually love problems. Not the way you see it, yeah. I have always been that person who wants to figure out how things can work and can work better. I remember as a kid, I used to take apart computers just to see what is inside. Yes, I used to be that child, that girl who didn't want the dolls. I loved everything, which actually was, for back in the days, very unusual for a girl. I loved techniques. And when something didn't run fast or smooth enough, I couldn't rest until I fixed it. That's just how my mind works. And I love understanding things and solving problems and making them actually better. A lot of people rush to create a product, drop a song, or launch something without really understanding the challenge they're trying to solve. Take a step back for a moment. Ask yourself, who am I really serving? What do they actually need? When you focus on the problem instead of some fixed idea, that's when new ideas start to appear. That's how the best stuff gets made, whether it's music, an app, business, anything. And, that brings you to understand your audience or your customers. As an artist, this comes actually natural. You're on stage, you feel the environment, right? You notice the energy and you adjust. Entrepreneurs need to do the same. These are my fans. What do they want or need? You have to engage, observe, talk to people, really get into their world. Let me give you, something from my perspective. When I used to be at events, actually working there, yes, and people were coming with their big cameras. By the way, I'm a film producer too. I was building basically my own camera rack. I don't know how to explain it, but not for cameras. I made sure I had it all covered for my cell phones. One was for the landscape footage, one for the portrait mode, one for my own live shows on social media, and one option sometimes were for the promoters. So all the cell phones was on one rack, so that we can also go on social media live. I was actually one of the first one doing that. While others' battery struggle was real, and other guys had problems with the memory card. It was full, and I was there with my cell phone chargers, my power banks, and here we go. My workflow was a great done deal. Posting before and after an event, while at the event, already basically informing people right there. That was a beautiful way because my workflow was fast and I built trust towards the fans, but also the artist. Yes, that was then. Today I see that's how everyone goes for it now. And of course, through the new ways of editing, a lot has changed. What am I trying to say is go out there, interact, and really know the people you are serving. Understand how to be a step further ahead. Push yourself where, someone doesn't have the idea yet. For me, I was just doing it naturally because I wanted to be faster. I wanted to be faster in delivering, trust building, towards the people, and also make it easier, basically, for my workflow. Now, of today, a lot has changed, and yes, programs make a lot of things easier. But I really can say, I know how far I was already that time. You can do the same. A song which has the same meaning like million other songs. What could you do to make it stick out more or create a different meaning? Or maybe your voice sticks out. Maybe your promo. How do you interact with people? My question is always, do you understand them? Make some notes and really dive into the understanding people part. In all the doings and thinking back and forth, one important point is also networking and relationships. Entrepreneurship can get lonely if you try to do it all on your own. You need a community, not just a list of contacts. I'm very honest here. There are some artists who ask me for my contacts, maybe to discuss on some things. Okay, nice, it's for their career. Sometimes I have the feeling it's just mainly about having the contact, but not really building that workflow relationship. I'm really not into this collecting number thing. Let's work. Let's share energy. Yes, and I have some of the artists who really understand that networking and communication is really where we push each other in that creative space, When I share ideas, sometimes it can feel a lot like brain overload. Make some notes. Understand what you need in this moment. Not all at once is important. Make plans, arrange them well, fitting your lifestyle too, like around your work or important family activities. But you need to step out, actually out of your comfort zone. This is part of the process. You cannot move forward without working on yourself. I'm always direct. I will tell you what I see and how you can maybe fix things. But the rest is up to you. If you want a change, you have to dive into it. Connect with the people, share your curiosity and passion and definitely the energy. Relationships, they are your tools, your bridges, and sometimes the fuel that keeps your idea moving forward. And don't just chase someone because of their title or their influence. Make sure you look for realness, energy, and creativity. And definitely, hey, really, people who let you be in your creativity. Those are the partnerships that really makes a difference. Because when you build with the right energy, everything grows naturally. Trust me. Oh, energy is a big piece of this puzzle. Being an entrepreneurship, yeah, it can be exhausting. You're always on something, always thinking, always pushing. So it's really, really important to know when to push and when to step back and recharge. For me, things like listening to music, walking in the park, or just breaking out of the usual routine, that helps me, for example. Inspiration really can come from anywhere. The more you experience, the richer your ideas become. So be good to yourself. Don't forget that. I do understand you would like to be that superstar tomorrow already, having that running company, right? I wish that for you too. But please pay attention to pressure. Do you feel do you feel okay, or is it just giving you a negative vibe? Do you do things just because someone is telling you to do so, or do you listen to your inner self and follow your needs? Do you listen and learn? And when you do, make sure you get in a learning process. Do you give your body enough time to rest, reload? Self-reflection plays a big role. Now, entrepreneurship, is this really something for you? Yes, you already have it in you. Every creative person, every musician, every person who has ever solved a problem or brought an idea to life has that spirit. It's about observing, having the courage, connecting with your intentions, collaboration, staying consistent, and keeping your energy up. It's about creating, trying, failing, learning, and definitely sharing your work with the world. Start small. Take one idea, one song, one problem, and see it through. Connect with people and really pay attention. Hear them and try to build a good understanding. Do not be afraid to fail. Embrace it and build your community. Stay true to your vision, and most important, enjoy the journey. Entrepreneurship isn't just a job title, it's a mindset, a way of seeing the world, noticing opportunities and acting on them, and then you realize actually, you're not just creating for yourself, you are making a mark in this world. So, music family, whether you're making music, starting a business, or just trying to figure things out, remember this. You got that. Take that first step, connect, observe, create, fail, learn, and keep pushing your ideas into the world because they matter. I really thank you so much for you being here with me. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I wish you many, many beautiful, creative moments. And don't forget, do not let anyone distract you. Na. Much love. Sunny.
Music and everything in between with Sunny. Music and everything in between with Sunny. Music and everything in between with Sunny. Music and everything in between with Sunny.